Hey guys, day three. We got social media today. I think we all understand that social media is important. And I think sometimes we can get I hear a lot of people feeling overwhelmed, like, how do I stay consistent? It's just so much. And so, one thing I love about pre-planning and batching your posts, so making a bunch before and having them ready, is that on those days where you just, some days us and we still have something. And I like to create from a base. So I still have my base, I have my minimum that is done for me, and then anything I do over, because you still want that live, personal you coming through. But then you're not so pressured that, oh, I haven't done any posts today. You still have something going up. And planning that and scheduling that it takes away a lot of stress.
Oh, absolutely. I think everyone has felt that stress of what am I going to post today, right? And we talk about people learning who we are in our stories. And it's like if you don't post, then it's hard to know what to talk about. So part of that social media planning is really going to show you guys how to do that. And so in the onboarding, if you choose to elect to go that route, there's going to be a whole foundation and platform to teach you how to do that. But we're going to show you the basics because this is super easy to learn. And it's important for your growth because we want to make sure that you're consistent. We want to make sure that you're globally reaching your client. We're going to talk about strategic timing, and being able to engage with your audience because the worst thing is that, throwing up a spaghetti on the wall is not going to work, right? And also posting when you're not ready to engage, that's not going to work either. So we're going to teach you some of these strategies of being able to make sure that you're showing up consistently and that you're also there to talk to the clients when they're ready to talk to you. Okay. So what happens with social media? Like, why do we really get stuck? The scheduling piece is the biggest challenge is where do I schedule? And I know there's a lot of different things that we can choose, but can we get a platform that's going to be able to post to all of my social media outlets at the
Yeah.
same time or when I want, right? Can I strategically plan it out and know what it's going to look like ahead of time? Yes, and yes, and yes. We can do all of that. So when we go through all of this, we're going to make sure that there are no limits. You're going to have unlimited opportunity to do LinkedIn. You can do TikTok. You can do Instagram. Another really cool thing is that for certain people, we have clients that have theme pages or niche pages or definitely more than one page, right? You may have a business page and a personal page. A lot of
Yeah.
these platforms will not allow you to do more than one Instagram at a time. And so we're going to make sure that we show you how to set that up so that you're posting to the right page at the right time and you're not missing any social channels because, it's all about being where your clients are and they're not always in the same space, and maybe you might have a variety of clients, especially every time we talk about it all the time with different businesses. People have more than one stream of income, right? And so we have to make sure that we're there to manage all of that. We want to make sure that your content is relevant. You're going to say
Yes.
something?
I just love what you said there. It is so key, like being able to manage that all. And now it is people have different Instagram pages because they are repping different companies.
Yeah.
And how do you do that and not get completely overwhelmed? And having a space where you can pre-schedule to different accounts it's so important if you want to grow to that next level.
Yeah. Well, and I saw that when I started pulling things out because sometimes it gets clouded, right? Like, let's go to the bare basics of social media, right? People come to their bio and they want to see our picture, right? And they want to know who we are. But
Yeah.
is that reflective? And this is something that in our mastermind coaching we did a couple weeks back, is that when they look at the first 9 pictures on that social media platform, are they seeing exactly what you do or are you confusing them, right? Are you talking about all these different things all at the same time?
A
But
confused person never buys.
yes, exactly. A confused person never buys. And so it's like if you're posting everything that you love, because we're all multi-passionate, right? I hear it all the time. It's like, but I love this, right? We're going to
True.
show you how to be able to, in less time, do more than one page and be able to really target and niche to the exact person that you want to talk to. And that's what's going to take your social media to the next level. And it's going to take your business to the next level. And it's going to make sure that you're not, putting the cart in front of the horse, right? It's like you want to make sure that you're
And it
really
also,
working strategic.
sorry, we
Yeah, no.
had a glitch there. We had a glitch in the thing. I lost my train of thought because I felt so bad I interrupted you. It also, I've totally lost my train of thought. Sorry, keep going.
It'll come back, right? So you'll circle back. But yeah,
Hopefully.
so we're talking about the social media challenges. So we're going to make sure that we show you how to plan and be a real presence out there. We're going to show you about, if you go into those onboarding trainings, that these, oh my gosh, these are so great because we have people that go in, they're professionals that are going to be checking your pages. We have people that are going to be able to give you some idea of how to do this, ways to post, things to post, some hacks to do. Because when we bring it all in, right, you need to make, what we talked about it today in our mastermind. We talked about the hook. We talked about the copy, we talked about the design and artwork, right? And we talked about that CTA. That's a lot of work to be able to do. And if you want to post 2 times a day to make sure that you're really getting stuck in that algorithm, right? And moving towards your client, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But not with Business in a Box.
That's right. It really matters. And again, automating the stuff that needs to be automated so you can concentrate on the stuff you love. I'd rather spend that time on the creative and really coming up with ideas than just get like the nitty gritty of all those little details in the back end. Cause then I lose my creativity because I'm stuck in there and I can't get out.
Exactly. It's like that little hamster wheel you're stuck on.
Totally.
Yeah. And then you have those call to action. So now, we're on day 3. We talked about opt-in pages on day 1. We talked about calendars on day 2, right? And so now in social media, when you're posting, guys, we already have 2 things that we can talk about, right? So you're talking about your opt-in pages, you're leading the client. If you're resonating with them, you're going to lead them to go fill out that opt-in page. You're going to lead them to go book an appointment. Okay. So these are all really cool things that you're going to see how it all really does come together.
So true. I love that.
And then it's going to make it
all
fun
come together. It all has a purpose. Like you said before, it's not just throwing out a post and hoping it goes viral. Yeah. You guys, if I hear that one more time, I'm like, hey, no, that's not the goal. I mean, that's great if that happens. Yeah. I'm not saying that, but that's not what we do. We are actually, it's strategic here. This is a business. There's a plan.
Yes. And you know what? That just reminded me, because I've seen situations, 2 different situations with people going viral. And, we have Insta Club Hub, I know, and we're talking about other people, but there's people out there that we all know that they know Instagram, right? And they know how to get these things going. And there's a phrase that they use, viral for me, right? And it's like, we may not go like the Kim Kardashian, and have 3 million people watching our video, but if you only get, maybe 300 views on a reel and you finally get 5,000 on one reel, right? That's really cool. That's viral for you. But the important piece about this and having everything in a system is that then you already know what you're going to do with those clients. Like, how sucky is it that you have 1 million people watch a reel that goes viral and then you don't have anywhere to send them, right?
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Oh,
that is a huge thing. People they finally get the following, but they're not making sales. What is the point?
Exactly.
Was it for your pride? I don't get it.
Right. Right.
Exactly. I love that you brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super important.
Yeah. Because I met a woman and she's the woman. Oh, I can't remember her name right now. Maybe someone, if you remember her, I'm going to give you a special bonus, put her in the comments. But she was the lady that was teaching everyone how to do the strawberries and where that she could keep them in like a mason jar for like over 30 days and they don't spoil. Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh my gosh. This woman was like canning food and doing all these things, preserving things. And she had a very small following and, maybe 1,000 people or something like that. And she went hella viral. Okay. Like, she had so many people watching this video, sharing this video, that she ended up, I think, like in 24 hours, she had maybe like 6,000. And then, in the next 24 hours, she had like 10,000. I mean, this woman has like 100,000 people following her. But the thing about her was that she was strategic and she was able to like go to the command. She knew people wanted to see that. And so she pivoted and she moved. And that you talked about yesterday about knowing where the customers are coming in from, having that information. And the biggest thing that we see in successful businesses is they know how to pivot.
Yep. And they know what to do in that pivot. Exactly. They have the tools, they have the arsenal there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what we're going to do. So you already have your opt-in, you already have your calendar. And so when you go viral doing this social media plan, then we're going to make sure that you have everything and anything that you need to make sure that those people become prospective clients and then loyal clients. Okay.
Exactly. I love
All right,
that.
cool. So what we're going to do next is this is our teaching phase of where you're going to be able to see the dashboard again. We're going to show you the social media planning dashboard. You're going to have a calendar view, and then you're going to be able to plan this all out, see what it's going to look like, and then you can even schedule for when these are going to post on your behalf online. So guys, get ready to have more time to invest in your business. And don't forget your workbooks.
I love that.
Hello, it is day 3 and I want to show you the social media dashboard. And we have this 12-day group that's done for samples, so you won't see any data here, but we're going to go straight over to marketing. This is where you're going to find all the information that you need for your social planner. You can connect endless amount of accounts. You can do Facebook, you can do Instagram, you can do TikTok, and I'll show you here this little wheel here, all the different ones. This Google My Business is huge. We talk about this in the Elevate Your Business, and part of that larger account, you have Facebook, and it will identify whether it's a page or a group. So that's super helpful to keep it organized. We talk a lot about niche and Instagram. For those of us that are multifaceted, we have multiple businesses. We want to make sure that we separate and segment those businesses. So you'll probably have multiple accounts on there. Your LinkedIn, only 4% of people that are on LinkedIn are actually posting. So there is a huge market for us. And typically they are there for business. So they are ready to buy or sign up for your product. So we want to make sure that you do that. You can also do LinkedIn page or profile. So I have my own profile plus 2 pages. You can do Twitter and of course TikTok. On here, you can send yourself notifications for anything that might go awry with your social media. And so that'll send you an email. You can select different people. So let's say you have a virtual assistant, you can have them set up as an employee and they'll be able to go through and set things up for you. Categories is a great thing. So let's say you do entertainment posts, you do inspirational posts, you do educational posts, so you can do different categories here so that you can make sure that you're keeping track of everything. And I'll show you what that looks like when you open up the planner. So this is a view here. We can either look by the week or we can look by the month. You can scroll. So let's say we have a summit coming up in March. We can already go in and schedule as much that we want to do. So I'm going to go back to, let's see, we're in December. Okay, so I can click this button here. And I'm going to select my social account. For those of us that are cross-posting, you can absolutely do that. So you can do, let's say, Instagram and LinkedIn. Okay, now this is going to show you a post. You can type anything you want here. So you're going to do a catchy hook. Okay, it's going to type it here. So this is really cool because you can see exactly what it looks like when it's on there, because we want to make sure that we keep everything that's a hook, call to actions above the fold, right? On LinkedIn, it's going to show you what it looks like there. So you can just toggle between the two. You can change this. You can make it bold. You can add different emojis. We can add pictures. What I like to do, and we'll go deep into this when you're doing our course, but we like to create folders for this. So we have our 180 by 180, our square post, and then we have our real size post to make sure that it matches. So I'll show you here. See, so it says image is not supported because it's not a square, but it fits fine just like that in LinkedIn. So it'll make sure to keep you that. Also, we have sometimes, especially in Facebook, Facebook doesn't like when you put external links. And so it will not post to the algorithm. It'll be hidden. And so this is a really cool feature, follow-up comment. So if you have, let's say, something that an opt-in, if you've created your opt-in from day one, you can put a link for your opt-in in the comments instead of in the actual field here for your post. And these are all the different places that you can do that. Okay. And then these are your advanced options. We talked a little bit about categories. So you can add your categories there and you can even color code them so that when you're looking at your calendar, you can see and, quickly identify everything. These are tags also here for hashtags and things like that you can select. You can either save it for later and come back and edit it, or you can actually post it. So you can post it now, you can schedule it. This would be for your virtual assistant to approve, for you to approve it. You can do recurring posts. So let's say you have something that happens every Thursday and you want people to register for it ahead of time. You can schedule recurring posts, or you can completely delete it forever. And then, like I said, you can go back to your calendar and you'll see everything right here. So there's so much more that goes into this, especially strategy and organizing, that we can go through with you in the larger course, but we want to make sure that you understood how simple it is to keep track and own your social media presence.